Welcome back once again. Now let's continue with the question number 31 onwards. If you are new to my channel, then please do like, share and subscribe, and also click on the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new videos, you will be notified. The equation 9x plus 5 equals to a times x plus b, where a and b are constants, has no solution. For what all the values of a and b, the equation has no solution. That's the question. Now, by the way, what is the condition of no solution? If I am writing ax plus b is equal to cx plus d, the situation will be having no solution only and only when the coefficient of x's are same, that is a should be equal to c and constant term should not, b should not be equal to d. That's what I have to look at. So now simplify it. So 9x plus 5 is equal to, after distributing with a, it's gonna be ax plus ab. Now to be have no solution, coefficient of x must be same, so a is gonna be 9 here, and for sure statement 1 is true. And for the second one, 5 should be equal to ab. Okay, so the constant term should not be equal to ab, so then I can say ab should not be equal to 5, and after substituting the value of a, it becomes 9 times b should not be equal to 5. Divide by 9 on either side, which gives us b should not be equal to 5 by 9. This is also another statement. See, only just having the value of b can also be no solution, but not necessary that b has to be 5 only. There are multiple values of b is possible, any. So that's why we are not going with option b. The correct answer to this one is statement 1 and 3 only, which is option D. Question number 32 says, Henry receives a $60 gift card to pay for a movie online. He uses his gift card to buy 3 movies for $7.5 each. If he spends the rest of his gift card balance on renting a movie for $1.5 each, how many movies can Henry rent? They are asking you, find out how many movies he can rent. The total cost what he has is $60, and he buy 3 movies which cost $7.5 each. Then we can say here 3 times 7.5 plus, consider Henry gonna rent x number of movies which cost $1.5 each. This entire amount should be equal to $60. So set up it and put it in the Desmos, you will be getting the answer. So type it as it is, the way how it is. Type that equation as it is in the Desmos. It becomes 3 times 7.5 plus 1.5 times x is equal to 60. So that's how I can set up an equation. So it gives me value of x as 25. So that gives us Henry can rent 25 movies. So which is option B. Question 33 says, the width of a rectangular dance floor is w feet. The length of the floor is 6 feet longer than its width. Which of the following expresses the perimeter in feet of the dance floor in terms of w? Now what is the perimeter of a rectangle? They have asked the question here on geometry in algebra. So if this is the width, they are saying that the length of the rectangular feet is gonna be 6 feet longer than the width. So this is gonna be the length. By the way, perimeter of a rectangular is gonna be 2 times length plus width, or add up all the sides, generally we write it as, which is equal to 2 times 6 plus w, that is the length, plus w, which is 2 times 6 plus 2w, that distributed 2 times 6 is gonna be 12 plus 4w. That is the equation for the perimeter in terms of w. So 4w plus 12 or 12 plus 4w makes sense with option B. Question number 34 says, a science teacher is preparing the 5 station for science laboratory. Each station will have either experiment A material or experiment B material, but not both. Experiment A requires 6 teaspoons of salt and experiment B requires 4 teaspoons of salt. If X is the number of stations that will be set up for experiment A and the remaining stations will be set up for experiment B. Which of the following expressions represents the total number of teaspoons of salt required? As they clearly mentioned, there are total 5 stations. Among that 5, experiment A is setting for X number of stations and experiment A needs 6 tablespoons of salt per experiment. So the total number of tablespoon of salt for A is gonna be 6 times X plus experiment B uses 4 tablespoons or 4 teaspoons of salt, that is 4 times how many the places for experiment B. Out of total 5, X has been set up for A, then remaining 5 minus X is for B. So that is the total number of teaspoons of salt needed. You can simplify it further, that is 6x plus, just by distributing 4 times 5 is going to be 20, 4 multiplied by negative x is going to be negative 4x, which gives us 6x minus 4x is equal to 2x plus 20. This is the equation gives for the total teaspoons of salt needed for both experiment, which is option C. Question number 35 says, a candle is made of 17 ounces of wax. When the candle is burning, the amount of wax in the candle decreases by 1 ounces every 4 hours. So for for 4 hours, the amount of candle burned is going to be 1 ounce. Okay. Now question says, if 6 ounces of wax remains in this candle, for how many hours has it been burning? Initially it was 17 ounces, now left is only 6 ounces. So how many ounces of wax has been burned? 17 minus 6. It's gonna be 11 ounces of wax has been burned so far. And for each ounce, there are like 4 hours of time. So what is the total duration? We can say 11 multiplied by 4, which is going to be 44 hours we say. So I must say now the candle has been burnt for 44 hours, so that the wax left in the candle was 6 ounce. So that is option D.